What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Canada the Fool 20. Back in here with another video, you know. What I'm saying? Today we were finna talk about them Boston Celtics and Miami Heat, and how the Boston Celtics just ran them Miami off the floor. Man, Boston is. They got Marcus Smart back. They got Al Horford back. You know that played a major role in them. Dominating the way they did and the fashion they did, man. And, this Boston team is just a really good team, man. Overall team, man. Just got solid role players. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the stars. They leading the way. Marcus Smart, doing his thing on both ends of the ball. Al Horford as well. Al Horford kind of had a quiet game last night, but his presence, just being there, helped the Celtics pull out the victory. And this is the thing about the Miami Heat. They're very inconsistent. When they're not knocking down shots, they're pretty much beatable every night. When they're not knocking down shots. And I know you can say that again about every team, but this Miami Heat team in particular, it's very inconsistent and not and throughout the playoffs, they have been inconsistent at times. And Jimmy Butler, every time Jimmy Butler has pretty much been consistent this whole playoffs, and it's been a big reason why Miami is even in the position that they're in. It's because of that. I think that the Boston Celtics are a better team than the Miami Heat. Just a way better, overall better team. And if Miami Heat don't find a way to stop Jason Tatum, make adjustments on Jason Tatum, the series is gonna be over quick, because you cannot let Jason Tatum get in a rhythm. For any opposing team, you cannot let him do that, man. Jason Tatum is one of those guys. You just let him get it going, probably gonna lose that game. Just look at him throughout this whole playoffs. Him against Brooklyn, what he did the last few games in Milwaukee, man. They just let him get it going, and when he get it going, it's like you can't stop him. He's just so skilled, very talented on both ends of the floor, man. And if Miami hasn't found a way to stop him. I know he kind of cooled off in that second half last game. He had it going, but he cooled off. But even if he cooled off, you still gotta throw, different matchups at him, because if you just let him get too comfortable, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna destroy you, man. And if the Miami Heat don't find a way to make an adjustment on Tatum, they're going home. Because though Jimmy Butler is going tick for tat, Miami Heat don't have that you don't know who's going to be that second guy behind Jimmy Butler who's going to be consistent. Bam plays sometimes like he's scared, or he's not aggressive enough. Tyler Hero is streaky, of course. The rest of the shooters are streaky. Victor Oladipo, all those guys are really streaky. With the Celtics, pretty much Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is going to get, be the 1-2 punch, as well as you might have a night like they had last night. Marcus Smart, Grant Williams has been very consistent in the playoffs, in big moments. They may have another guy, Al Horford, who can go off, for 15 to 20 points. You just never know with this Boston Celtics team who's gonna be. You feel me? They might have another guy two other guys that's gonna step up. Oh, as well as Payne Pritchard, him too. He's been playing very solid for the Boston Celtics too, and they just are deeper, man. I don't want to say they're deeper in Miami because they're not, but their players have been more consistent. Their role players been more consistent than Miami Heat role players in this playoffs, in my opinion. Yeah, man, you just never know who's going to show up behind Brown and Tatum. Because Brown and Tatum pretty much been showing big this whole playoffs. They've been consistent this whole playoffs. But with Miami Heat, you just don't know who's going to. You don't know who's going to step up. Jimmy is going to do what Jimmy do. But who's going to, step up behind him? Like, Bam's supposed to be that. But I don't think Bam is a number 2 option anyway on the championship level team. That's just my opinion. Miami Heat fans may have something to say about that, but just looking at it, Bam Adebayo has been very inconsistent, man. Yeah. I think if the Miami Heat do look, because the Miami Heat is really missing. It's like they're right there, but they're missing that second guy for real. Like, I think if they go out and get a Bradley Beal type guy who can get consistent buckets along with Jimmy Butler, they'll be very well. I think this year if they lose, I think they should consider trading Tyler Hero, even though he just won 6th Man of the Year. But they're going to have to get rid of Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, because if those dudes aren't knocking down shots, what are they really giving you? Like, they're very streaky. Both are very streaky. I actually thought both Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson would be better than what they are. Well, not Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero is pretty much what I expected him to be. But Duncan Robinson is gonna be better than what and what he was in the bowl. But hey, man, those dudes are very streaky, and if the Miami Heat lose, they're gonna have to, because I know people are gonna want Tyler Hero. They're gonna want Tyler Hero. If they lose, just if they lose the series, not if they go to the finals or win or lose there, then they probably consider keeping the same team. But if they don't make it past this round, I think they should consider trading Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. I know they're shooters, but you got guys who can do what they do, and do it better. At that. I mean, you got Max Strus, who can shoot lights out. You got Cade Vincent, who can shoot, and also he gives you defense as well. So I think they pretty much, those guys, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, are very replaceable. I think if you trade them, let's see, I don't think they make enough money yet. I think they're still on their rookie deals. But anyways, man, the Miami Heat and role players got to step up. And the role players got to step up. You can't just have Jimmy going out there scoring 30, 40 points and thinking you're going to win against a very good, solid Boston Celtics team. Hey, no, they kind of got away with that in the Philadelphia series. Well, as a matter of fact, they had their role players were stepping up in some of those games. But yeah, man, they can't just have Jimmy. This is a series that you don't want Jimmy just going out there scoring 30 and thinking you're gonna win. This is not the series for that. Definitely not. Not against this team. Not against this Boston Celtics team who can have a night where 5 guys go off for 20 points. Like, no. Yeah, man. I think the Boston Celtics are going to win this in 6. I think Miami will get another game. Either, yeah, I think Miami. But if they don't find a way to stop Tatum, find some throw matchups at Tatum, shit might be over in 5, bro. Honestly, because you just letting Tatum get too comfortable. You let him get too comfortable, it's over for any team. Yeah. Honestly, but yeah, man, that's all I have to. My takeaways from, you know, Game 2 of the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Yeah, man, just Miami Heat has to, gotta step up. Role players gotta step up. And make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and I'm out.